New Year, and these series of videos for January gonna be about the medical industry. I want to get everything off of my chest about the medical industry because it's about to drive me crazy. That the world don't see what I see. And matter of fact, when I got a call from the federal government, the president of the United States, the whole while we were talking, he kept saying, "Man, we gonna get in trouble." I say, "Who?" He said, if you ever started writing, we're going to be in trouble. Because all the experts say, due to you having the least minority friendly degree on the planet, you always going to be number 2 and 3 on every golf course you go on, but it building up your profiling ability. And I said, what's that? And he basically saying, in my word, you can see bullshit 100 miles before it happened. In decades before anyone else. And he say all the experts agree to that. And we know you're going to expose the medical industry, which you're going to expose us. He say. I say, how? He say, because you're going to see between all the bullshit. And they also say I'm going to die due to anxiety and fear of not trusting the medical industry because I'm going to see it for what it's worth. And unfortunately, it's sad for everyone. I just saw what it worth. But first, let me go over anxiety. They say I'm going to die because of something simple. But because I don't trust the medical industry, I'm not going to get it taken care of. And I say, really? But I knew already that how I'm going to die. Because before him and I started talking about that, he said, do you want to know how the experts say you're going to die? I say, I already know, Mr. President. I'm going to be murdered by the medical industry. The phone got quiet. I said, I already know how I'm going to die. But then when he said the same thing, it shocked me. How the hell y'all know? But now let me get to the story because I don't want to do these videos too long. They take too long to download. But as for anxiety, they say back in 95, they told me I need to start taking antidepressant and anxiety pills. They say due to my circumstances or my choices in life and getting a degree in the least minority friendly industry, that I'm going to have high anxiety there. Because I was a slave for 3 years. And most people just hear the word slave, it's just going one end out the other one. But basically, a slave can die at any minute. Any second of the day. You have to go to school with that pressure of knowing you can die any minute. You can die coming out of the lunchroom. It just take one claimsman to say, high power one now, we want him out of here. Get an order, I'm dead. So that's the condition I had to go to college in. So yeah, it was stressful. And they told me if I stay in the golfing industry over 3 years, I'm going to either commit suicide or kill a bunch of people. But like I told Mr. Clinton, y'all forgot to factor in Mr. Budweiser and Bush. And he said, what you mean? I said, as long as they got Budweiser and Bush, I'm okay. And he went to laughing. He said, we ain't thought about that. But that's how I was getting rid of my stress in college and after college and the races, golf courses and stuff. But I noticed one thing. Nobody know what anxiety really is. I went to hospital for the first time. And I think 2019 when I got gangrene in the finger. I'm in the waiting room, which is ridiculous. You talking about a minimum of 6 hours just to see a doctor. And I hear people say, I got anxiety there. These people don't even listen. I see them mad at handicapped people. They mad. They slinging them around, throwing them in the corners, treating them like shit. And I can't believe it. I say the hospital don't care about handicapped people. And I was handicapped at the time, but I had a walker. These people was in way worse shape than me. And we all sitting in the waiting room, and these people saying, oh my, they don't care about the handicap. And that's the first thing I noticed. And then the white lady was talking about, she got anxiety and she don't like to be around a lot of people. They should have a single room for anxieties in the ER. Because she ain't lying. People drive us crazy. I'm extreme antisocial anxiety disorder. So when you throw me in the ER with hundreds of people, I can have a heart attack. I can have a stroke. Because I don't like to be around people. And I know that these people don't care about the handicap. When the handicap in the wheelchair got to use the bathroom, and I've been to 2 or 3 hospitals, they leave them there. They say, we'll be right back to take you to the bathroom. Hell, you right here talking to him. The bathroom door is 1 step away. And that's how they were doing me the whole while I'm in the hospital, in the nursing home. One time I had to wait 2 days to go use the bathroom, to do a number 2. But I noticed in all of them, you say, I got to use the bathroom. They in your room. And they say, oh, I'll be right back. And you got to wait hours and hours, 8 hours. The next day, the longer I ever had to wait, it was 3 days. And I couldn't believe it. And I asked for a bedpan. When I go to the hospital now, especially with my leg cut off, I tell them, hey man, can y'all bring me 2 bedpans and a roll of toilet paper? They say, for what? We'll take you to the bathroom. I say, no. I done been there, done that. I'm not waiting an hour no more in a whole day to go to the bathroom. Then I went to research. I find out if you poop on yourself, you move up to another level of extensive care. You move up to another level of care where they get $800 to $1,400 a week because they report you poop on yourself. So now anytime you go to the nursing home or hospital, they make more money because that's on your record. And I find that over research. And I was wondering why they were letting everybody poop on themselves. But this video gonna show y'all all the tricks what the cricket medical industry does to make money and all that. Now this just happened yesterday on anxiety. I went to the doctor, and that will be the next video. Thank you on anxiety.